Welcome to the world is blank, where everything is blank, and sometimes some things don't need to be filled in, so let's leave it blank. Alright, so on episode 21, Rising of the Shield Hero, Queen just sentenced the king and the daughter to death. And the only thing I gotta say about this, she's a very respectable person. And the thing is, she ain't really doing anything out of line. Although, whether to send someone to death or not, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, if you had to really look at this realistically speaking, like in the real world, like they did put a lot of folks in danger. That is a fact. They summoned people, threw off the power balance. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did a lot of things in the real world that would technically be like crime stacked on top of crime stacked on top of crime, right? And then while going through all of this, you got the father who's just doing something that, truthfully, I feel like it's just word of mouth type of story, because the last Shield hero was literally hundreds of years ago. So it's like playing a game of telephone. So his hatred is literally baseless. Then the sister, I really do believe she needs to be put to death. The father, I feel like he can be redeemed. He been on some BS, but I feel like he can be redeemed, because everything he did, it seemed like he honestly did it because whatever he was told growing up was going to happen again because of the Shield hero. He can be redeemed. But that daughter, I don't know how she was raised. I don't know who she came into contact with. But you don't just come born into the world that messed up and twisted. Something had to have happened in her childhood. And not gonna lie, I'm very curious as to what in the world did she do. They need to at least do like an OVA, or a little short snippet of the past, a filler episode. I don't care. They need to show as to why she is what she is, because I feel like she started off just like Melty. And I'm pretty sure with how her parents are, she was given a lot of love. Now, the theory I have as to how she came out to be what she is, leaning a little bit more towards the father with his baseless hatred, and then the mother on neglect, just simply because, she's in a position of leadership. She cannot be there to watch her kids at all times. And even with her spies, it's not like she can literally be there to nurture and discipline them. Melty, if I had to put it, just came out lucky. With the parents that they have, came out lucky. I don't know what's going on, but I honestly believe Malty, or Mine, however they want to call her, started off as like Melty. And then something changed, something corrupted her. I'm not sure. The mother is literally a very good person overall. She is a very dutiful bound person, and I can see that. Anyone can see that she handles responsibility to the T. And she tries to not be biased, and she tries to keep pushing forward. She's a very respectable person. She hasn't even got much airtime, and I'm already convinced to join her army. Straight up. It's just amazing. And then the other thing I'm curious about, what in the world is this baseless hatred coming from for the king or ex-king? Because she took away the status, so he's just the husband. I want to know, what folklore, what story, what's been passed down to him, because we all know they ain't got no DVDs. I mean, they got books, but that's about as far as it goes. And books don't come in 4K. So I need to know something. I just want to know more. But if I could sum it up, the king is naive. The daughter is corrupted. And the mother is noble. And that's what I get out of this picture. And Melty is still innocent. even though she's seen those things, she's starting to like no longer be innocent. She's starting to open her eyes and see things for what it is now. She is still innocent. The world hasn't affected her as much yet. I am very curious as to if one day they will go further in onto their backgrounds. Because I want to see that actually. Like, they can do like a spinoff and this be more of a slice of life type thing with like, I don't know, tragedy. Because that's what I feel like there is. I feel like they could spin this off into an episode where it's like that redhead little chick. And I know for a fact if they do this, we all gonna come to love mine at the very beginning. And then when we see what the world corrupted her, we're gonna be all like, wow. Just wow. If somebody could just hop on this, I want to see this be put to action. That's all I want to see is just to be put to action. I got to see it. Other than that, I'm out.